On the east coast of the Florida Peninsula, Cape Canaveral juts out into the Atlantic, an uninhabitable area that consists of lagoons, mangrove swamps and marshes. As far back as 1949, the Rocket Trial Zone, as it was then known, was built here, an area that has been further developed and extended to become the world-famous space center it is today. From here, the first Americans went into orbit and also landed on the Moon. Since it all began with Wernher von Braun's V2 rocket, more than 110 manned space flights have been launched from the Cape. The space shuttles that transport astronauts to daring missions in space begin and end here. On the shell of the space shuttle, it's easy to see the insulating sheets on the outer bodywork that protect it from the enormous heat generated during its re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. To glimpse into the amazing cockpit and to see the astronauts' spacesuits really does evoke a strong sense of science fiction. This is the actual interior of a space shuttle that has successfully transported many a courageous pioneer through space. Now the journey into the history of space travel can begin. During the golden years of US space travel, up to 25,000 people were employed here. The Kennedy Space Center is the last stop on Earth before the flight into the cosmos. Models of numerous rockets are on display, along with monitors that show the original pre-launch countdown procedure. A viewing platform has been erected on one of the roofs. From here, over an enormous area, various launch pads can be seen in the distance. Now it's time to climb into the bus and travel to our next stop. The original layout of the Launch Surveillance Control Room is featured in the Apollo Saturn V Center. In an impressive multimedia show, visitors can experience a simulated countdown, just as though it's the real thing. And here it is, a close-up of the famous rocket. The focal point of this spectacular display is a fully restored Saturn V moon rocket that has been stored unused for more than 2 decades. This rocket has never been launched and is only one of 3 Saturn V moon rockets still in existence, a reminder of earlier days. Five gigantic jet-propelled engines reveal the enormous thrust necessary for such missions. There's a certain feeling of nostalgia when seeing these powerful machines. Here, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins began their unforgettable journey to the moon in 1969, and in 1981, Robert Crippen and John Young set off on the first space shuttle mission. The remarkable history of the space travel of yesterday, today and tomorrow is on full display in this fabulous space center. The Apollo 13 mission is reminiscent of the Apollo 3 moon landing that was undertaken with these tiny controls and instruments. On the Apollo 15 mission, the first moon vehicle had already been in service. Finally, with Apollo 16, the exploration of space was put on hold. The original moon capsules that were intended for the astronauts were mounted on the nose cone of carrier rockets. A brief glimpse into the area in which these rockets, capsules and vehicles have been constructed and assembled by countless specialists. Elements of a space station can also be viewed here. This multinational project is in its advanced stages of completion. Some time ago, the future began right here, with a research laboratory and many technical installations. The Kennedy Space Center is America's gateway to the stars, from where rockets, satellites, and astronauts are launched into the universe to explore the unknown. More than one small step for mankind, Kennedy is a giant leap into the future.